Quite a nice sunset, and blokes are still loading, the first day loading the ship with iron ore, and it's taken them a while. Should have knocked off by now probably, but yeah, lovely sunset. They're glad the sun's gone down. It gets hot up in those crane cabs. So we've got an outgoing tide. It's not too far out. Anyway, we're down here. I'm going to put the motor in. I've put it in probably 5 times already, and I've making adjustments each time, measuring the height, widths, offsets. Turns out it wasn't as simple as just bolting the other stuff back on, but the motors work quite different, and they're not so much their lengths but the offset of the head of the motor, and there's a couple of inches, an inch and a half difference in the length that I had to adjust. So I've got the car backed up, and I'll plug this thing on my head and we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to pull the motor out of the back here, put it in the, mount it in the back in the hull here where it goes, and I'll run you through it once. I mean, this isn't the last time. I've no doubt it will be coming in and out maybe a couple more times. The cavitation plates that I require have not arrived. They sent the wrong size, so I haven't been able to do that. Sort of cavitation plate bolts into there and holds that whole bottom assembly on, which at the moment there's only a bolt in the very bottom of it that's holding it on. Yeah, the ones they sent were just way too small. Certainly not from this motor. Must be from the Navy 3 horsepower equivalent motor, I believe. They're way too small. They won't even fit around the shaft, so is what it is for the moment. But I still have to fit these anyway, so still got some fitting to do. Now this might seem like, oh, there's a spanner, a whole lot of hoo-ha to go through to get this up there, but I am one person and I have a history of putting my back out, and this motor, although it only weighs 30 kilos, the petrol one was 40, it's still a fair bit of weight, so I'm not really keen on manhandling it too much. I can lift it up like that and drag it a little bit, but to get it up on the board here, that's bloody grabbing there already. Alright, so I get it up as far as I can up there, and then I have, oh, where's me, I have to go in, I have to get the hoist and the come along. Beautiful out here tonight. Breeze has dropped. I've got some bug repellent on, of course, because that's where it's at this time of night. The bugs will come out. Actually, as soon as the breeze drops, the bugs are all out, so yeah. Anyway, it's cool. It's been quite warm when the breeze has dropped. Now, there's our come along. Come along, and the unluckiest pillow in the world. Now this clicks on there nicely. This all came with it, with the boat. It's all made for this sort of job. Can also clip on the pole on the other side through there and lifts that motor out as well. Very handy if you're doing it by yourself. I mean, I could probably, with 2 people, I could probably hoist it in fairly quickly. That's right, I've got to cut that light off. There's a whole lot of junk over the years that's been put in these engine bays, from pumps and what else was there, lights and brackets and stuff from things long gone. So I've been trying hard to get rid of all that stuff. You really don't need much. This is this light's nice, looks like an old one. It's been here a while, hasn't rusted. It's a bit corroded inside, but the switch has snapped off it, rusted away, but that looks alright. Might use it somewhere else. It was up here, but the motor head hits there, so I don't need that. Can go. Right. Finally on, the engine brackets. Had to cut a big scallop at them. That's what I was saying about the height of the whole thing. It sort of didn't really, it didn't go low enough in there, so it's that was the difference. Well, it's inching a bit, maybe 35mm maybe. Either way, we get to lift this bugger up now. Here we go. That's getting a bit slack up on there, isn't it? What's going on there? Anyway. Yeah. Alright. Let's go to that far. And we refer to our old mate. It's a winch a lot. I can just give you a quick look at this. So that's the setup. This whole thing attaches to a cavitation plate which clamps onto here, and this is touching at the moment, part of our adjustments. That'll go across and be fine, but that all has to be adjusted and bolted up with the cavitation plate. At the moment it's pretty flush here, and that's our critical distance. That only just fits front to back, only 5mm maybe. This whole thing slides up and down on that rack, and I'll show you that in a sec once I get it in. Just this final little bit that needs jacking up. Once it's about there, it's okay just to lift it straight up and in. So not really taking much weight here, it just goes in like that. And I'll pull this back around. Let's see what's happened. This thing's come right around. It needs to go that way. This bracket's got to be around that side. That's unusual. I wonder why it's done that. Anyway, that's how it should be. Like that. This garbage has been in the way the whole time. I wish you could unplug all that cabling from the motor. But I've opened it up inside, they've bolted it down, and then they've run half a tube of silicone over the whole lot. So you can't get anywhere at it without ripping all the silicone off, and no doubt that'll void some sort of warranty if I do that, so it's just got to be what it is for the moment. Now this is the tedious part. Slowly letting this out. But it needs adjusting all the time as it's coming down, so I don't mind that. Something that you can't, lifting it straight in would be pretty difficult. because of all the garbage that's on it. If it was just the motor, it might be alright, but because of all that other stuff there, that can all hit things and break, and this is really easy on my back, so I'm quite happy to save my back for this bit. Sliding it up that board's easy enough. This lowering it in, do it gently, it doesn't damage anything, it or the boat. And it does need to go, it'll catch on everything on the way down. Yeah, no, that's all right. And see, it's just about to come in down there, so next one down will be, oh no, one more. There it is. So that's now has to go. Oh, this can go away. Yeah, bugger. It's just about there, isn't it? There we go. Right. You see that goes fairly neatly down into the hole there. Cavitation plate should be there, bolted through here, holding that all in place. And there's a bolt on the very bottom. I'll show you that in a minute, but that's going in nicely. So it was a little bit too short, and also it was offset. I didn't realise, I thought it'd be central on that thing, but it's not. It's offset a bit by about 20 mil, which makes a big difference when it's got to go directly through this hole in the bottom here. See that at the moment? See, it's getting caught again there. All this doesn't work when you're trying to lower it in by hand. You'd be farting about. So that's got to come forward there. Is that right? Yeah. Go across a bit. About there somewhere, maybe. We'll go down one more. So this motor I've been using to put in and out. This time I've put a different base, different bottom on it, different halo sort of thing on the bottom. The other one didn't fit very well. It looked like it was twisted, and this is looking like it's trying to do similar thing. No, that's not too bad. It's straightened up then. I've got to go across here yet, so I don't know what's stopping that. Nothing. There we go. Get there. About there. Is that right? No, a little bit more. About there. Righto. It's a little bit twisted down here. This headpiece is falling to bits. Don't buy your GoPro gear off eBay. See, that's twisting. It should be like that, and it wants to go the way. Anyway, we'll drop it down this last bit. Okay, something's taken the weight. There we go. Dropped in. It's not too bad. Might get some light. There's some light down in there. God, it's an LED light. Let's see how that goes, eh? Anyway. Oh, one more. Still got some weight on this. Okay. Loosey goosey there. It's on there and on there. Just to go across a little bit. Oops, not too far. guys can see that, but that looks pretty central. Now, it does look pretty straight down there too, so I think there might be a port and starboard setup for these things. I mixed them up as soon as I pulled them off, and I shouldn't have, or we should have marked them and kept them going back on the same side they came off. Would have been a clever idea. Nice sunset going on. Oh, there comes a tugboat now. Tugboat coming across to get the barge. They must have just finished. Another lovely sunset. Had a lot of fires lately. I don't think that's fire, but there is still a haze at the ground level. Did a bit of cloud. Anyway, so where were we? I'm just tightening up these brackets on the back to hold the motor in place. That's as tight as it needs to be. And that looks pretty good. That looks a lot better than it did last time I did this. Looked bloody terrible. It was really twisted. Okay, so I think all that stuff's all out the way enough. Damn it. Bloody electrics. Should tighten that up. It's never that easy, is it? There we go. Right. Now these are all operate up and down on these pulley systems. Here, comes across to that side, raises this thing up and down.